Hey, Warriors, welcome to Warrior Wednesday. We made it. It's the final Wednesday of February. How time flies when you're having fun, right? So I can't believe it. It's February 27th. One more day to go, and then we are stepping into March, marching into full force here. So super excited about that. And if you're on here live, say hello so I can see you and acknowledge you. And if you're catching the replay, comment with hashtag replay so I can give you a shout out. So welcome, welcome, welcome. And if we haven't met yet, my name is Zena Solomon, and I'm here to support you in reinventing yourself so that in the process you can create a life and business by design versus a life and business by default. And in that whole space, you get to be connected to your vision, values, passion, purpose, and also create the possibility that you want to create in your life. So, welcome, John. Welcome, Kurt. Great to have you on here live. Yay, guys. All right. So today we're covering part 3 of a 3-part series that I started a couple of weeks ago, which is practicing self-love. So are you practicing self-love? Are you being good to yourself? And what are some tangible ways for you to create that? And so if you haven't tuned in, last week was part 2, the previous week was part 1, today is part 3. If you want to catch all of them, you can definitely find them here on Facebook. And I do actually have a YouTube channel under my name, Zena Solomon. So you're more than welcome to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get these videos, and I'll be sharing other videos as well. Hi, Mike. Welcome. Welcome, Mike. All right. So before I jump into some I actually have 7 practical ways for you or techniques that you can incorporate self-love. But before I go into that, I want to share a quick story. So this past week, I've been working through a situation where I have a really good friend of mine who was in the space of recovery, and she relapsed, and it really got me really present to how we have self-destructive habits and self-destructive ways where we tend to self-sabotage. And if you are do you know, do you have anyone in your circle, whether it's a friend, a family member, maybe even yourself, where you find yourself in a destructive habit and you find yourself like self-sabotaging or shooting yourself in the foot or being in a space of retracting from where you were starting? And so if that's you, say I so I can see you. I've been there myself, so I'm no different. I'll just say that straight up. But what I was really, really present to was the compassion and the love that a person has for themselves, and what happens when we disconnect ourselves from that love and we disconnect ourselves from what is like really why we're here. Right. And so no judgment, of course, it's more like coming from a space of love and compassion and really looking at, wow, we have destructive ways that we, does not support us in a lot of different ways. So I wanted to share that. And and I've had moments, and I'm sure you have, and if you have, please share that there were moments of nights where there were like dark nights of the soul type of thing, right? And it happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us. So with that, I want to share with you some practical ways for you to incorporate self-love. And I shared last week and the previous week as well. So there's so many ways, and you can take or leave whatever works best for you. That's why I'm offering you different varieties and options. So one of the first things is starting off with negative thoughts. So we all have negative thoughts. So think about your negative thoughts. And what I invite you to do is I want you to write everything that, that are negative, like either thoughts, limiting beliefs, emotions, and anything that no longer serves you. I want you to write it on a piece of paper and commit to burning it. So imagine you put all that junk on a piece of paper and you burn it. And the reason for you to do that is when you burn it, you actually are releasing it back to the universe, and you're detaching yourself from those conversations because that's not who you are. Right? So if you find yourself being in a space where you have negative thoughts, then that is a practical strategy for you. Okay. So that's one. The other one is daydreaming. So give yourself permission to daydream and give yourself the time to think about what is it that you want to create for yourself in your life, and also how can you make that happen. And a lot of times we have ideas of what we want to create, but we don't take the time to figure out how to deliver or execute or implement those ideas. So give yourself the time and the permission to do that, because you will really step into your creativity and it'll really spark something within you. So daydream, number two. Number three is approval from others. So here's my conversation about that. So if you are in a space where you're constantly seeking approval from others, cut it out, because the only approval you really need is your approval. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to people please. You don't need to get approval from other people. Notice if that is a pattern of yours, if that's a self-destructive pattern, and really interrupt that. Be that loving interruption and interrupt that, and choose to only give your own approval. You get to approve of yourself and what you're creating and what you're up to, and not really like die for other people's approvals. Okay. And I say this with love. Okay. So that's another one. Get creative and express yourself. So creativity comes in different forms. I believe it can come in writing, it can come in music, it can come in dancing, it can come in singing, it can come in painting. Those are different ideas. So find your creative expression. What is that creative expression? What does that even look like to you? For me, it's writing. I love to write. I love to dance. Those are a couple of things that I enjoy. I love to listen to music. I'm working on learning how to play the instrument. So I look for different outlets to express my creativity. So what is yours? What is your level of, like, what is that creativity for you? Hey, Tanya, welcome. All right. And the other one is find your happy place. So where's the place that you go to that you connect with, like that you totally feel at ease, that you feel like, oh my God, this is like, it makes me happy, it brings me joy, I just love being in that space, whether it's nature, whether it's whatever that looks like for you. I'm curious to hear what that looks like for you, but really find your happy place. Like, what is it that gets you on a high? What makes your heart sing? What makes you super excited when you actually are going through a hard time? Where can you shift that conversation from going through a hard time to finding your happy place? Because that's a decision, that's a shift. So you get to shift into that. Okay. So that's that. Find your happy place. Okay. Capture and connect with your accomplishments. I share something with my clients I say consistently is, make a list of your accomplishments every single day. So before you go to bed, I invite you to make a list of things that you're proud of that you accomplished today. And whether for yourself, I would say for yourself and for also other people, and tally up your accomplishments and capture power moments. Like, what were moments in your life that you felt like, oh my God, I was invincible, I was unstoppable, I was unleashed. Like, I invite you to connect with those moments and accomplishments, document them, and get super present to them, connect with them. Okay. And final piece, last but not least, is have fun. We love to have fun. I love to have fun. I don't know about you guys, but I love fun. All right. So get out there, do things that are way outside of your comfort zone. Enjoy them. Enjoy being, enjoy living life, and really step into the space of having fun. So those are 7 practical tips. You can go back to the beginning of the video to catch it. And my mission for you for this week is share out of all of this what really resonated with you. Which out of these self-love tools are you going to be implementing that will really move the needle forward in the direction that you're creating? And I also invite you to be generous and tag people who get to listen to this message, and share the message, share this video and tag them. So with that said, thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you next week, Wednesday, Warrior Wednesday, 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern, and sayonara for now. Bye.